take you there, back to when we felt like this was forever.
What's up, you guys? It's Randy, aka Naturally Fearless, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought that I would talk to you guys about the pros and cons of mini twists and mini braids. So as you guys know, I have rocked both. I have video on my channel for my mini twist as well as my mini braid. So today we are just going to be talking about the pros and cons of both of these protective styles. You guys know I am all about protective styling because it's just easier for me. It goes with my lifestyle. So if you have not tried mini twist or mini braids and you're trying to figure out which one you want to do, that's what I am here for, to let you guys know some of the pros and cons that I experienced to kind of help you guys figure out what will work out best for you. So I have a few tips. We're not gonna make this video too long, y'all. We just gonna hop right into it. So the first thing I wanna talk to you guys about is moisture. With my mini braids, I noticed that my moisture lasts way longer. And it's probably because with the mini braids, I'm not gonna say they're braided tighter, but you know, if your hair is a little bit tighter, it's gonna lock and seal that moisture in more than it would if it's not. Just like, for example, your hair holds moisture in a lot better when it's twisted versus when you're out, you know, wearing it in a twist out or a wash and go, if that makes sense. With my mini braids, I definitely noticed that moisture stayed in my hair all the way up until the time that I took my braids out. With my mini twists, I noticed that I start to lose moisture a lot sooner. Like, I want to say by the first week, I start to see that the moisture is leaving my hair. So I have to do a lot more maintenance with my mini twist, which leads me to my next point, the longevity. I want to say I had those braids in for 3 weeks. And even at that 3-week mark, I could have still worn those braids another week or another 2 weeks. Like, they were just standing the test of time. I absolutely love that because my hair is very frizz prone. So in those braids, I saw a lot less frizz than I do when I wear my mini twists. When I wear my mini twists, I have to touch my hair up more, as far as, you know, touching up my ends, putting more moisture in my hair and all of that compared to the mini braids. With my mini twists, I start to see frizz within the first week to like the first couple days. That frizz just starts popping out, and that is so annoying to me, guys. Like, we put these protective styles in our hair so we don't have to do too much maintenance, but I noticed that with the mini twist there was a lot more maintenance, a lot more touch up than there was with my mini braids. So in that category with moisture and longevity, for me, the braids was the ultimate winner. So then now for my next point, we're gonna go to length. When I did my mini twists, I did them on damp hair. So with the products I added to my hair and everything like that, you're definitely gonna see a lot more shrinkage with your mini twists than with your mini braids. Now, I have done mini twists on stretched hair as well as damp hair. And either way that I've done my mini twist, I still experience a lot of shrinkage. I mean, that's just our hair in general. Even if we stretch it out with a blow dryer, if we put products in our hair that has water in it, moisture, all of that is going to shrink. With my mini braids, I did my mini braids on semi-stretched, blown out hair, and I did not experience as much shrinkage with the mini braids. And that is because with the braids, you're gonna get a lot more length, because with braiding your hair, it's basically stretching your hair. Now, if that is something that you particularly care about, if you want to see a lot more length in your hair, I would definitely say go towards the mini braids, because the mini twist, you're definitely gonna see a lot more shrinkage versus length. Even if you do stretch your hair out, you're still gonna experience more shrinkage with those mini twists than those mini braids. For another example, I'll pop pictures up. I've done mini twists on my daughter's Mila's hair, and I've also done braids on her hair. And each time I do Mila's hair, I do not blow dry Mila's hair at all. Her hair is always done damp to wet. I notice when I do braids on her hair, she gets a lot more length versus when I do twist on her hair, there's a lot more shrinkage. Now, another point the time that it takes to do both styles. Now with mini twist, it definitely does not take as long and tedious as it takes with mini braids. You guys, with my mini twist, I can knock out my mini twist in like an hour to an hour and a half. With my mini braids, I was braiding for like 4 to 4.5 hours, and my braids weren't extremely small. Remember when I told you guys when I did my mini braids, they were like medium. And it still took me like 4 hours to do those braids. So if you don't got the time, I would definitely say do some mini twists. But if you got the time, then go ahead, sit down and do those mini braids. Either way, both the styles are gonna take a good amount of time, but the mini twist definitely does not take as long as mini braids. But with each style, when you're done with both results, like it's worth the time frame in the end, if that makes sense. Also, with the time frame, if you don't know how to braid, because there are still some people that don't know how to braid, then mini twists are definitely your best way to go, because the installation is so much easier. It's very beginner friendly to knock out some twists versus trying to do braids. Okay, so also keep that in mind. If you do not know how to braid, or you're a beginner to braiding, or whatever the case, mini twist is definitely going to be the easier option for installation. Another point, the takedown process. Now for my mini twist, it was definitely easier to take my mini twist down because it's just 2 strands that you could just basically just pull apart. But the only thing with the mini twist is once they start to get older, our hair tends to want to lock around each other. So like those frizzy, scraggly pieces of hair basically wrap themselves around your twist, and that's when you start to see your hair wanting to lock and create locks. That's the only thing that makes it difficult sometimes when taking the twist out. And also with that, it makes my wash day a lot more longer and a little bit more tedious. When I take out my mini twist, I feel like I have a lot more steps to do when I'm taking them out. With my mini braids, it didn't actually take as long as I thought that it would to take the braids out. And because my hair was stretched, because remember I told you the braids create that stretching in your hair. Since my hair was stretched, my wash day was so easy, you guys. I thought I was going to be dealing with a bunch of tangles and knots and, you know, like all types of foolery going on taking those mini braids out. But since my hair was in a stretched state for those 3 weeks, when I took my hair down, it was so much easier to detangle my hair, to wash my hair. Like each step I have in the process of my wash day was so much smoother because my hair was elongated in the braids. Both of them gives you a variety of styling options. The only thing that I will say is with my mini twist, my hair looks a lot more fuller because my twists are a lot more juicier. With the mini braids, your hair kind of looks more thinner, and my hair is like medium dense. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I noticed that with my mini braids, my hair didn't seem as full because the braids since your hair is kind of pulled a little bit tighter, it makes your braids a little bit more shrunken, a little bit kind of stringy, and you can see a lot more of your scalp. But with the mini twist, my mini twists were a lot more juicy, a lot more plump. So it basically like it fills up. You can't see any part of my scalp. It's a lot more fuller. So I do like the more fuller look of the mini twist versus the more scalpier, if that's even a word, like the more scalpy look of the mini braids. So now if your hair is already on the more thinner side versus the dense side, then I would definitely say do a mini twist because you're gonna get a lot more of a fuller look versus doing the mini braids. But if your hair is dense, period, like regardless, then either one of these hairstyles will work for you. So which one do I prefer? I kind of prefer the braids more than I do the twist, which is actually crazy because I love my mini twist, you guys. But those braids, the fact that they held up for so long, like there was a lot less frizz in my hair. My hair stayed moisturized the entire time. So I didn't have to take too much time every day, you know, touching it up. I did my scalp care, and like maybe like once a week I had to go in and touch up my ends with my twist. I have to do a lot more maintenance. So for me, the braids definitely took the cake. Having to worry less about my hair within those 3 weeks was absolutely perfect, and the perfect protective style that I look for. And the reasoning behind protective styles to me in the first place is to not have to do so much to my hair. So for me, it was the braids. But that's gonna be pretty much it for this video, you guys. If you have tried mini twists or mini braids, let me know down in the comment section down below. Which ones do you prefer? Did you prefer the twists or did you prefer the braids, and why? And if you have not tried either one of these styles, I hope this video helps you out in determining which one you want to try. I would definitely say try both either way, just to see which one you prefer for your hair, because all of our hair is different. So what I like for my hair, you may like something different for yours. So that's going to be it for this video, you guys. If you guys like this video, make sure you go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Follow me over on my Instagram page at naturally_fearless, and I'll see you guys in my next one.